Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive JT. So what happened to that problem that I've had or experienced with my 2025 Jeep Gladiator? So far, the only problem that I've had, if you didn't see that video, there have been 2 or 3 occurrences where going at slow speed, like the truck is just kind of crawling along or even coming up to a stop sign and hitting the brake once rather firmly, but nothing crazy and not like I skidded to the stop or anything. There was this noise, like a thump kind of thing, almost like, let's say somebody threw a golf ball at the side of your truck and it hit somewhere on the back or up underneath, like if you ran over something and it ricocheted up towards the bottom of your truck. You know how you can kind of feel that in the driver's seat and hear it? I had something like that happen, and the first time I thought, well, maybe I did hit something. You know, I was just crawling along and I thought maybe something caught on the edge of the tire, bounced up underneath and hit the bottom of the truck. I got out, I looked around, I didn't see anything. So I kind of blew it off. The next time I was going up to a stop sign, I think it's happened twice, and again, hit the brakes rather firmly, and same thing happened. It was very odd. So the Jeep has been sitting for a couple, 3 days. We're going to take it for a ride. We're going to jump inside. I'm going to try to duplicate the 2 maneuvers, I guess, where I felt it and heard it, and we're going to see if it's still doing it. By the way, in between the last time and now, I did go into four-wheel drive, thinking maybe something was a little bound up under there somewhere, I don't know, and it hasn't done it since. The one time that I drove it after that. So this is test number 2. Let's go. Okay, just started it up and I am kind of crawling along. Let me turn the air off. It's kind of loud. Crawling along, and we're at 6 miles an hour. And I'm going to kind of crawl to the hill a little bit here, and I'm going to let off and just coast. Kind of duplicating what I had done before. Just crawling along, no issue. And then I started to go. Nothing weird, nothing odd, nothing abnormal. I'm going to do it again, kind of right through here. And this, by the way, is the exact same area where it happened before. So I guess if I'm going to really try to duplicate, this is the place to do it, right? Then I'm going to slow down. And there's nothing really. So I think I'm okay from that standpoint. Now I'm going to drive to somewhere else and I'll do it here. Kind of a firm stop. Truck had to downshift from the gear it was in, right? So let's go ahead and get going. And what you heard there is just me driving over a track. All right, let's get out of here. And I'm going to do kind of a firm stop. I have to turn the air back on. Hopefully it's not loud. It shouldn't be because the microphone is right here. But it might be. I don't know. I apologize if you're getting a lot of wind noise. Looks like I do need to put some air in the tires, by the way. It's funny with these bigger tires, if they sit for a couple of days, they just seem to lose pressure, almost like they're leaking. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's because of the extra acreage of the rubber. I don't know. So we're going to stop here. I'm going to turn the air off again. And I'm going to take off slow. And by the way, it always did it shortly after I just started up, by the way. Except for the stop sign. I guess that I had driven for a while. But the first time I had only driven right to that point where I said I was duplicating the same area. So I'm going to pull up to this next stop sign and I'm going to brake rather firmly, and it would be probably from about this speed, so about 20 miles an hour. And I'm just going to hit the brake. Not hard. And nothing. And man, that makes me really, really happy, right? Because I'm not looking to have problems. Believe me, you know, when I do these kind of videos, I'm not making this stuff up, and I'm certainly not trying to have issues. You know, it was funny today. I had a comment, and I'm not dogging this person, so just to let you know, but I got a message about a bolt underneath the Tacoma. It was like it's almost like a stud, right? And a nut had screwed over it, so it left the top part of the, I guess, the stud exposed, you know, the threads and all, something screwed onto it, and it's metal. And it was bare metal at that point. And their question was, they hadn't had the truck very long. Is it normal to have rusting on bolts like this on a brand new truck? And it kind of had the, I guess, the feeling, to me anyway, reading it, that they thought something was wrong with this and that their truck should not be showing any rust on anything because it was brand new. And immediately I'm thinking, well, geez, it's metal, right? I mean, metal rust. This isn't really anything new. It's gonna happen, and it does happen. So I told them, I said, you know, it's not a big deal. It's normal. You're gonna have rust on any exposed metal part, and it usually takes less than a day, really, especially if you live in a humid climate or the item has gotten wet. It's gonna rust. That's just a natural thing in any environment with metal and oxygen, right? So anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting that they thought something was wrong. Okay, we're gonna take off rather quickly here. Listen to that sound. That's that air raid, cold air intake that I've got under the hood. I've talked about this before, and I love it. It sounds awesome in this truck. Just gives a nice, throaty, aggressive sound to the truck. I really like it. I think it's awesome. It may not be one of the prettiest cold air intakes that you can get out there, but it certainly is the most effective for creating any kind of a throaty sound that I've ever had. I think it's just freaking awesome. So anyway, we've done our test. I haven't noticed anything really odd about the truck since I did the, I guess, the 4x4, the four-wheel drive activation in it. So maybe something was bound up under there. Maybe it was needing a bit of lubrication. I don't know. But nonetheless, I haven't experienced it again, and that makes me happy because I'm not looking to go sit at the dealership while they sleuth it and try to figure out what was wrong. Leave a comment. Let me know. Any oddities about your new Jeep Gladiator, things that you might have experienced? How about that black screen on the radio? Have you had that yet? I'd just be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.